Now, it looks like Ukraine conducted a massive attack on 4 military airports inside of Russia in something they call Operation Spiderweb. These attacks were likely executed by drones launched from shipping containers, which, believe it or not, is a major plot point in my novel, The Wind Machine, available on Amazon or on Audible if you're a Marine. So it sounds like Ukraine somehow got these shipping containers into Russia. The tops opened up, launched a bunch of drones toward the targeted airfields. Now, it appears that the targets were Russia's bomber fleet, specifically the Tu-22M Backfires and the Tu-95 Bears. Here's why this is important. These strategic bombers have been used to attack Ukraine with cruise missiles. Russia also doesn't manufacture these platforms anymore. Both the Bear and the Backfire ceased production in 1993 after the fall of the Soviet Union. I believe one additional Russian bomber, the Tu-160 Blackjack, is still being manufactured, although in very limited quantities. The newest one flew in 2022, and I believe there's 10 on order. I'm not sure the status of those platforms right now. But here is why this attack is important. Number one, this shows that Russia did not see this attack coming. They don't have any drone defenses around their airfields inside of Russia. This is not just a wake-up call to Russia, it's a wake-up call to the United States. Because if Ukraine can do this, China can do this to America. In fact, they did it in my novel, The Wind Machine. Number two, we don't know how many of these bombers were destroyed, although it can be assumed that this may have caused a dent in Russia's ability to launch cruise missile attacks against Ukraine. This also might force Russia to move a lot of their bombers further back into Russia, away from populated airfields. And this can further hinder how many missions Russia can actually execute per day, because it takes time to get from the middle of Siberia to the launch point. So number three, as I'm writing this, it's about 11:30 at night in Ukraine. I would not be surprised if Russia retaliates against Kyiv either tonight or maybe tomorrow. It depends on how fast they can get ballast on the warheads of their ballistic missiles. You remember that Oreshnik intermediate range missile that was launched against Ukraine back in November of 2024, carried an inert payload? Intermediate range nuclear weapons have a dollar value attached to them. So you don't normally launch them unless you're carrying a nuclear payload or you want to make some kind of a point. So I would not be surprised if Russia in the coming days takes whatever intermediate range ballistic missiles it has, Oreshnik, R-26, which is, I mean, the Oreshnik is really an R-26 with a different hat, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Russia fills some of these weapons with dummy warheads or inert warheads or ballast and then fires them at Kyiv to make a point and kind of remind the world they have nuclear capability. So be on the lookout for a lot of misinformation. Oh my God, Russia just nuked Ukraine. Look, if ballast is coming in at Mach 10, it's going to look pretty significant on camera. Hey, Wind Machine, available on Amazon or Audible. It's got a 4.7 star rating. Thank you guys so much for watching.
It's me, Captain Bannon of the documentary Team Yankee. When I'm not kicking commie butts, I'm wearing t-shirts from Ryan McBeth, available at Bunker Branding, Knife Hands, HIMARS, Landmines, Patriot, and even my favorite, the tow missile. Mushna, we want t-shirt too. Take a hike, commie. So come on down to Bunker Branding and take a stand for what's really important about America. Capitalism.